Namaste and welcome back to Product Booker, your weekly dose of product musings, served hot and fresh. I'm your host Rishi, and today we are diving into a very heart of what makes a product tick, and that's product strategy. And now you might be thinking, strategy sounds like something for big bosses in fancy boardrooms. And while they certainly play a role, a solid understanding of a product strategy is absolutely crucial for every product manager, no matter what their level is. Think of this as the blueprint, the guiding star that directs all your decisions, from feature prioritization to market positioning. Without a clear strategy, you're essentially wandering in the dark, hoping to stumble upon something successful. And trust me, in the competitive world of product, hope is not a strategy. So, what exactly is product strategy? At its core, it's a high level plan that defines what your product aims to achieve and how it will get there. Remember, how it will get there. It encompasses your target audience, your product's unique value proposition, and how it will differentiate itself in the market. It's about answering the fundamental questions. Who are we building this for? What problems are we solving for them? And how are we going to win? Let's talk about some real world examples. A fantastic success story of well defined product strategy is Netflix. Early on, they identified a clear shift away from physical media and focused on providing convenient, on demand access to vast library of content through subscription model. Their strategy wasn't just about streaming movies. It was about disrupting the traditional rental model and offering personalized entertainment experience. They continuously evolved strategy, investing heavily in original content and global expansion, which has cemented their position as a dominant force in the streaming world. Their strategy was very clear: convenience, vast content library, and personalized recommendation. On flip side, we can look at early days of Google Plus. Google, a giant in the tech space, attempted to enter the social media arena to compete with Facebook. However, their product strategies seem somewhat unclear. While they had the technical prowess, the distinct value proposition for their users wasn't as compelling. Was it just another social network? What made it different? The lack of a clear, differentiated strategy and perhaps a failure to truly understand the existing social landscape contributed to its eventual demise. They had the resources, but the why and how weren't strong enough to resonate with the users. So, as we get an idea at a high level, so how you as a product manager contribute to and even shape the product strategy. It starts with understanding your users deeply. Conduct through user research, analyze data, truly empathize with their needs and pain points. This understanding will inform your product's value proposition and what unique benefits does your product offers that others don't. Next, you need to understand the market landscape. Who are your competitors? What are their strengths and weaknesses? What are the emerging trends and the opportunities? This competitive analysis will help you to identify the product's differentiated. What makes it stand out from the crowd? Finally, the crucial element of strategy is having a clear vision and goals. Where do you see this product in next 1, 3, or even 5 years? What are the key metrics that you will indicate the success? These goals need to be specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. The good old SMART framework which we have been using maybe needs to apply here as well. If you understand it at a high level, I have tried to break it down at seven different segments while we trying to create a strategy. Though you as a product manager are not truly and completely responsible for creating a product strategy, but you have to work with founders and your stakeholders to create a strategy. So you play a very pivotal and important role in creating a strategy. So if I had to break it down strategy, this is how will I go one by one. The very first thing is define the why, which is your vision and problem. You start by deeply understanding the user problem. You talk to your users, conduct surveys, and analyze the existing usage data. Second is identify the who. That means the target audience. Based on your existing user base and problem identification, you refine the specific segment for the features you are going to introduce to your users. So you have to start identifying the who. Third is determine what. And when I say what, these are the key value propositions and differentiators for your product. You have to brainstorm unique ways of your product can solve the identified problems. Considering competitor offerings, if there are any, you focus on what makes your product stand out. Fourth is outline how, which are fundamentally your strategic pillars and high level initiatives. You translate the vision and value proposition into actionable strategic pillars, which will guide the high level roadmap. Fifth, define when. And this is really important. Till now, everything is fiction, but defining when is really important. And when I say when, the high level timing, phasing the strategic roadmap, this is really important. So you have to work with engineers and design to get high level sense of feasibility and sequence aligning with the company goals. And once you have everything in place, the sixth element come of strategy is measuring the success. So you need to have metrics in place. You define what success looks like for your product, linking it back to the overall company mission. And seventh is the communicate and evangelize. So you don't just write this down. You actively communicate it to your development team, design team, marketing, sales, and leadership. You explain the why behind every what, and this is really important. So they on the same page as everybody else, every stakeholders, all of them are on same page. So in essence, as a product manager, you create product strategy by becoming the expert on the user and market, translating broad company goals into tangible product objectives, defining the unique value that your product will offer, breaking down the high level vision into actionable strategic pillars, collaborating deeply with all stakeholders, continuously validating and iterating on the strategy based on the real world data, acting as the single source of truth for the product direction. You're just not writing a document, you're driving the strategic thinking and alignment that ensures that your product actually solves the real problem and wins in the market. And always remember, product strategy isn't a static document that you create once and then forget about. It's a living, breathing thing that needs to be constantly reviewed and adapted based on the market feedback, user behavior, and competitive pressures. As a product manager, you're the champion of the strategy within your team. You need to communicate it clearly, ensure everyone understands it, and constantly refer back it to when making decisions about the product roadmap and features. Think of your product strategy as your North Star. It might not tell you every single step to take, but it provides you a crucial direction to keep you moving towards your ultimate goal. And in the ever evolving world of product, having that clear direction is more valuable than ever. I hope you find this helpful. And if you have any questions, please write it back to me. I have mentioned the details in the podcast link and description. That's all the time we have today on Product Bakar. I hope this episode have given you some food for thought on the importance of product strategy. Join me next time as we delve into the another exciting topic of the world of product management. Until then, keep brewing those brilliant product ideas and see you next time on Product Bakar. Thank you.